Hey there, welcome back to Motivlux. Today, we're talking about something that a lot of us have struggled with at one point or another, why you might be finding it hard to get a partner. You've probably been wondering why things aren't working out, and maybe you've started questioning yourself, thinking, is there something wrong with me? Don't worry, there's nothing inherently wrong with you. But sometimes, we unknowingly engage in behaviors or hold certain beliefs that prevent us from finding a romantic connection. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 key reasons why you might be having trouble finding a partner, and more importantly, how you can change that. Stick around because this is going to be an eye-opener, and by the end, you'll have a fresh perspective on how to approach love and attraction. Let's dive into the first reason right away. Reason 1, you have misinformation about love and attraction. One of the most common reasons why people struggle to get into relationships is because they have the wrong idea about love. The truth is, many of us grow up with these idealized notions about what love should be like. Think about it. From romantic comedies to fairy tales, we're constantly fed this idea that love is an all-consuming, magical experience that just happens. You meet someone, there's fireworks, everything's perfect, and you live happily ever after. But that's not reality. Real love doesn't look like a movie. What happens is, because we expect love to feel a certain way like something out of a Hollywood romance, we overlook genuine, real connections. We might feel like if there isn't instant chemistry, then it's not worth pursuing. But here's the thing, love and attraction don't always start with that movie like spark. Attraction can grow over time through shared experiences, mutual respect, and emotional connection. It's more like planting a seed and nurturing it, rather than waiting for lightning to strike. Additionally, many people believe that attraction is all about looks. While physical attraction does play a role, it's far from the whole picture. Someone's energy, their sense of humor, their emotional intelligence, these are things that make people truly attractive in the long run. When you only focus on superficial traits, you miss out on deeper connections that could lead to a fulfilling relationship. So, if you've been struggling to find a partner, ask yourself, are you holding on to unrealistic expectations about love and attraction? Are you chasing that perfect moment or person instead of allowing something real to grow naturally? Reason 2, you message too frequently and clear your schedule for them. Now, let's move on to one of the most common mistakes people make in the early stages of dating over investing too soon. It feels natural to want to put effort into a new relationship, especially if you're excited about someone. But there's a fine line between showing interest and being too available. Messaging someone constantly or rearranging your entire schedule for them might seem like you're being attentive and caring, but it can actually have the opposite effect. Think about it like this. Attraction thrives on a bit of space, a bit of mystery. When you're always available, it can come off as desperate or overly eager, which isn't attractive. People are naturally drawn to those who have their own lives, interests, and independence. If you clear your schedule every time they suggest something, it sends the signal that you're too available, which can kill the excitement early on. Remember, it's okay to be busy sometimes, and it's important to maintain your own life outside of this new person. Let me give you a more specific example. Imagine you've just started dating someone, and every time they message, you reply instantly, even if you're at work or with friends. On top of that, you start clearing your evenings and weekends just to hang out with them. Sure, this might feel like you're making them a priority, but to the other person, it can feel like you're dropping everything at their feet. That's a lot of pressure early on. Instead of feeling special, they might start feeling overwhelmed or like they're responsible for your happiness. That's not the vibe you want to create. Instead, pace yourself. Allow space for natural growth in the relationship. Focus on your own goals, your friends, and your hobbies. When you maintain a full life, it not only makes you more attractive, but also ensures that you don't come off as too needy or reliant on the other person for validation. It's about balance. You want to show interest, but not lose yourself in the process. Reason 3, your touching and behavior are too friendly, leading to being friend zoned. We've all heard of the dreaded friend zone, and while it's not as black and white as people make it out to be, there's some truth to the idea that your behavior can determine whether someone sees you as a romantic option or just a friend. One of the key ways this happens is through the way you touch and behave around the person you're interested in. If your actions are too friendly, without any romantic undertones, the other person may never even realize that you're interested in more than just friendship. Touch is an incredibly powerful tool in communication, especially when it comes to attraction. I'm not talking about anything inappropriate or aggressive, just subtle, respectful touches that convey warmth and connection. For instance, a light touch on the arm during conversation, or a playful nudge when you're laughing together, can send the right signals. These small, seemingly insignificant gestures can make a big difference in how the other person perceives you. On the flip side, if all your interactions are strictly friendly, no touch, no flirting, no hints of romantic interest, it's easy for someone to assume that you're not interested in anything more. They might start to think of you as just a buddy, someone who's great to hang out with, but not someone they'd consider dating. And once you're stuck in that role, it can be hard to break out of it. To avoid this, it's important to be mindful of your body language and behavior. Don't be afraid to express your interest through subtle physical cues while also paying attention to their comfort level. The goal is to create a sense of connection and intimacy that sets you apart from the other people in their life. So if you're finding yourself constantly in the friend zone, it might be time to take a closer look at how you're interacting with the people you're interested in. Reason 4. You don't know what you're doing or what you're looking for in a partner. The last reason you might be struggling to find a partner is a big one. You don't know what you're doing or what you're even looking for in a partner. This is more common than you might think. A lot of people go into dating with only a vague idea of what they want, and as a result, they end up in mismatched situations or relationships that just don't work out. It's like trying to build a puzzle without knowing what the final picture is supposed to look like. You end up with pieces that don't fit, and you get frustrated. When you don't have a clear understanding of what you're looking for, you might be easily swayed by superficial traits or temporary feelings. You could be attracted to someone's looks or charm, but those things don't necessarily make for a lasting, fulfilling relationship. To find a meaningful connection, it's important to take the time to reflect on what really matters to you. Do you value emotional compatibility? Are shared goals and values important to you? Are you looking for someone who can offer emotional support or someone who shares your passion for adventure? Once you know what you want, it becomes much easier to recognize when you've found it. You'll stop wasting time on people who don't meet your needs or values, and you'll start attracting relationships that are aligned with who you are and what you're looking for. But this requires self-awareness. It's not enough to want a relationship for the sake of having one. You need to understand what kind of relationship will make you truly happy. It's also important to be honest with yourself about your own readiness for a relationship. Sometimes, we chase after love when we're not even emotionally prepared to be in a relationship. If you're not in a place where you can offer someone your best self, it might be worth taking some time to focus on personal growth before diving into dating. Self-awareness and emotional maturity are key ingredients for a successful partnership, and once you have those in place, finding a partner becomes much easier. Closing. So there you have it. 4 reasons why you might be struggling to find a partner. From having misinformation about love to being too friendly or not knowing what you truly want, these are all obstacles that you can overcome with a little reflection and self-awareness. The key takeaway here is that love isn't as elusive as it seems. It just requires understanding both yourself and the dynamics of attraction a little better. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss any new content from me. And remember, finding love is a journey, not a race, so be patient with yourself along the way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.